So I did 30 days of Victoria's Secret workouts, and if you're wondering what the results of that were, stay tuned. Hi and welcome to my channel. I'm Anais. So first of all, just some background. I am someone who has always worked out. I've always been active, but I get used to workouts really quick. Like my body gets used to it. And after a few days or maybe a week or so, you don't really see any more results. It's like a plateau. And I mean, it is good for your body to kind of change it up, right? So I've tried all kinds of different workouts, HIIT workouts, lots of cardio, lots of strength training. I've had a personal trainer. I've used to teach Zumba, so I've been an instructor. I've taken nutrition class, so I'm not a nutritionist, just so you know. But, I guess I'm not a complete idiot. I know a little bit. I like dancing. That's another thing I love doing. I don't know, I feel like lately my body hasn't really been where I want it to be. Before doing the 30 days of Victoria's Secret workouts, I actually had just completed a 3-month workout program called Metabolic Renewal. If you're in your 30s, probably like your metabolism is like, you're like, no matter what you're doing, it doesn't seem to have any effect, right? So that's kind of how I was feeling in terms of my body. It's like, I'm working out so much, I'm doing all this, I'm eating like fairly healthy, but I feel like I'm still the same. Like I don't really see any changes. So I knew I needed to change something. So I decided to try the Metabolic Renewal workout, and I stuck through it 3 months. And it was a lot of just kind of like, I guess like HIIT workouts, but it was designed in a way where it was supposed to like help your metabolism. And I do say that like it definitely did. I did lose some weight with that, and I did get like more toned and everything with the Metabolic Renewal. So that was nice to finally see some change because I felt like what I was doing before, like it was like nothing how it was happening. So that was a good thing about doing the Metabolic Renewal. So if you want to try that, I'll post a link below if you want to try it. I'm not getting paid like by them at all. But yeah, if you feel like you're stuck at a plateau, check it out. But the one thing about the Metabolic Renewal that like kind of made me look into the like trying Victoria's Secret workouts was I felt like I was still kind of like bulky-ish, or I was kind of getting there, and I didn't want. If you like that, want to be bigger, look, that's fine, like more muscle, but I'm not trying to be like a bodybuilder. Like for me, I like the more like kind of longer, leaner look, especially because I'm 5'4". So when you're shorter and you're more kind of bulkier, stockier, it makes you look even shorter. So I always try to look taller than I am because I'm 5'4". So if you're longer and leaner, it's, an illusion, makes you look longer, taller, right? And then also just like fitting into clothes better. I like, yeah. So I was like, okay, who has like a longer, leaner body? Well, Victoria's Secret models. So I was like, well, maybe I should look into what they do. Like, obviously, they know what they're doing. I know a lot of it is genetics, so let's just say that, Obviously, I'm 5'4", so I can never be a Victoria's Secret model. So I can't change my height, but I was like, let's see what they do. And, I like to do these challenges for myself. Like, just first of all, it's fun for me. I have ADHD, so, like, I need to always change things up. And, like, yeah, like, the challenges are good for me. And I like 30 days to start off because I feel like a week is too short. And then I don't see enough changes in a week. So I'm like, then I'll get discouraged. So I'm like, well, at least 30 days. It's, like, a good amount of time. So it kind of helps me to keep going. But 30 days is also not so long where I'm, like, I'll get like annoyed of it because it's taking too long because of my ADHD. So I think 30 days is a good length of time for like a little challenge when you're starting something new. So yeah, it's not my first time doing the challenge, but I was like, I'm going to do a different Victoria's Secret workout every day for 30 days and see what happens. It was basically like I was kind of just treating it as like a little experiment on myself. And the way I did it was I basically made a whole playlist of 30 workouts, and every day was different. I just looked up YouTube Victoria's Secret workouts, and they either had a Victoria's Secret model like in there, or maybe one that like was recommended by like a Victoria's Secret trainer. Some way they were associated with Victoria's Secret models. Also, I think I included some where it was like YouTubers who had like Victoria's Secret inspired workouts. I didn't have too many of those because I wanted most of them to be like directly from Victoria's Secret trainers or Victoria's Secret models. But I wanted it to be different every day just because I felt like the variety would be good for my body and the variety would be good for my ADHD because I need variety because then I'll get bored. So yeah, I made the whole playlist And if you want to check out the playlist, I'll post the link below. And that way you can see in order. And I did not record myself doing all the workouts. My room is really small, so there's not enough space to like put the camera and then my whole body like doing the workout. So, and also you don't need to see that. Why? You don't need to see me working out. No. I definitely noticed my posture's a lot better, and that's something I've struggled with for pretty much like my whole life. First of all, I have scoliosis, and then having like a good posture, like my mom would always be like, stand up straight, and it just like would hurt to stand up straight. And then I noticed like my posture was just like better. Like it was like easier to have my shoulders back, and that's like some like what? I never could do that. And I really think it's because of the ballet inspired workouts. Because I've been doing a little bit each day along with the other workouts, and it's only been a few days. It's not like I've even been doing them for a week. And I already like noticed my posture's better. And then yesterday at work, this woman asked me like, do you do ballet? And I was like, no. And she's like, oh, it's because like the way you like walk and the way you move your hands, like your arms and everything, like reminds me of like a ballet dancer. I'm like, oh. I was like, thanks. I've only been doing like ballet inspired workouts, but I'm not like actually doing actual ballet. But that's really cool, like just from a few days, like I guess I'm standing different and walking different. That alone just made it worth doing this whole thing. That's probably one reason they look amazing, the angels. But yeah, they do a lot of like ballet inspired workouts and Pilates. I really like the Pilates. I want to do more Pilates because, you know, it's just like very relaxing. Most of the working out I've done in my life is just very like hard. It's very hard on me, you know, like HIIT workouts and weightlifting and stuff. And I think now it's time for me to like do some more like gentle stuff on my body, because like the gentle stuff just feels so good. Because I'm stressed a lot and tense a lot. Like I always need massages. I don't know, the Pilates almost felt like I was giving myself a massage with like the movements. And then the ballet also just felt really good. So I think I kind of want to keep doing it. And I mean, I still have 30 more days of this. So I really recommend them, especially if you're struggling with your posture. Like try the ballet ones. Like that's crazy because I've done so many things to work on my posture. Like I've gone to a chiropractor. I've worn a back brace. I've used KT tape, if you know what that is. Sleeping with a pillow under my back and just so many things, and nothing really worked. It was always like, and this, it's like my shoulder's already back. Like that's crazy. It's almost like I had surgery on my back, but I didn't. It's just crazy. After only a few days, my posture is better. Somebody thought I was doing ballet because of the way I was standing and moving my arms. So yeah, I recommend it. Oh my gosh, you guys. So this model right here, Victoria's Secret model, Lily Aldridge, I was watching this video and she literally said the same thing I said about Pilates. So I'm not the only one.
Changes the way my body feels, she says. And after I finish, it's like I've had a massage. This isn't surprising as the health...
See, I said the same thing too. Okay, yes, the person in the voice is just a narrator. They're reading an interview that she did. So that wasn't Lily's voice, but I said the same thing. I don't know, the Pilates almost felt like I was giving myself a massage with like the movements. Okay, so I'm only about 5 minutes into this outer hips and thighs ballet beautiful workout, and I'm like laughing because I'm struggling so much. I haven't really worked out my legs that much, like that. I guess I haven't focused that much on them. Like I've run before, I do a lot like walking. I walk a lot, danced. Like I've even used the machines, the leg machines. But I don't know, like these leg workouts, these ballet beautiful leg workouts are tough. I don't know if they just work areas of my legs that I've never worked before. But I was laughing doing it because it was just funny how I was struggling so much. Like I'm, a pretty active person, and yeah, I've struggled before, but I feel like I've never struggled this much than with this workout. So I was laughing. And it's not helping that my dog is like on my mat. So he's taking up most of my mat. I can't really work out using the mat. I'm like half my body's on the mat, half is on the carpet. So that's why I'm laughing too. But, I'm still doing the workout. So even though I'm struggling, even though my dog is using up my mat, I'm still doing it. So hopefully you guys can use that as motivation. Just do what you can. That's the thing with working out, is just do what you can. If you need a break, take a little break. That's fine. I always say something is better than nothing. If you work out a minute, it's better than nothing. workout 2 minutes better than nothing. So even though I'm struggling, I'm laughing because I'm struggling. Like I'm still gonna do it. And I stop when I just can't do it anymore. I'll stop for like maybe a few seconds, and then I'll keep going, and I'll stop. And then if I'm stopping too much, then I'll stop for longer. But I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm halfway through the workout, so yeah, I just thought it was funny how much I was struggling. All right, so after 30 days, what were the results? So first of all, I did lose some weight. I'm not going to say the exact number, but I know for me, I didn't have a lot to lose. It's harder when you have less to lose. Like if you're bigger, it's a lot easier to lose weight. So that's a good thing, I guess, about like being bigger is like you can lose weight really quick by just changing something in your diet, like taking out soda or taking out bread. Like you'll lose a lot of weight. But when you're just trying to lose the last 5 or 10 pounds, like those are the hardest to lose. So that's kind of where I am at. Metabolic renewal did help me lose some, and Victoria's Secret workouts did help me lose some. So that was good because just a lot of other workouts were not doing anything. And also, just so you know, I'm on camera a lot because not just because I have a lot of YouTube channels, but because I'm an actor and I'm a host as well. So yeah, it's like constantly being on camera. And I do photo shoots too, not as a model. No, not a model. But I like to do photo shoots with my dog. And I do want to do a photo shoot with a certain specific photographer sometime next year, and so I want to look good for that. And the camera adds 10 pounds, and first of all, I don't like to watch myself in movies, but when I do, I just feel like I look really big. But that's my own head, but that's my own thing. You might think, oh, you're fine, you don't need to lose weight, but it's how I feel about myself. So you gotta do what's right for you. Also, I wanted to add that in addition to a Victoria's Secret workout every day, I also did cardio when I could. Some days I was like so busy I couldn't do cardio, but most of the time I did do some cardio because I walk a lot. I don't drive. I don't have a car by choice. So either I was walking because I walk my dog, or I walk to work, or just walk to the store, did some treadmill stuff, dancing as well. And then I also included some leg slimming and arm slimming workouts. Those were like in addition to Victoria's Secret workouts. Just so you know, it's not just what's on the playlist. It's like I would do those, and then I would do any of the other stuff. Like it was like additional, depending on how much time I had, because I was trying to go for like the leaner look, right? But one thing from this that I'm thankful for from this challenge is just like my legs definitely look better. Not just like they're a little bit slimmer, but like they just look more toned. And that's really, really good because I've always worked out, but I guess I've neglected my legs. And in terms of like the rest of my body, I did lose like measurements. So like inches, I don't know. So I lost from everything, like from my waist, my hips, my thighs, upper arms, forearms, chest. I lost like a little bit of the chest and thighs. Yeah. So pretty much everything. I lost something. I think the where I lost the most was like one of my thighs. So I think on one thigh I lost like an inch, but my thighs are not really even. I don't know if you've noticed that in your thighs, but one thigh is bigger, a little bit bigger than the other. And the same with my arms. Like this arm is smaller than this one, and you're not going to notice it, but if you measure, you can tell. It's like kind of crazy how not symmetrical I am. So I lost pretty much like less than an inch everywhere, but that's still something. Like that's a thing. Like don't get discouraged if like you don't lose like a ton. Like first of all, you have to see where you're at. Me, like I'm not trying to lose like that much, so I'm just trying to like kind of trim up and everything, lean out and everything. So I was very happy that I got a little, I lost a little bit because I'm obviously not trying to get bulkier, right? So as long as I saw some progress, I was happy. It's a lot better than where I was a month ago. So I'm very happy I did the workout, the challenge. And one thing I learned from doing all these workouts is like they do a lot of ballet inspired workouts, specifically from Ballet Beautiful. And that's definitely my favorite thing probably from this challenge is discovering Ballet Beautiful, because I love the Ballet Beautiful workouts. Like it's something that I really needed, I felt, because I'm just at the point now where I'm really sick of like the boot camp type of workouts where like come on, let's go, yeah. You know, like Taibo and like, was it 90px, or I've done those a long time ago.
We've seen the impact that like the hit revolution or whatever in the 2010s, early 2000s had on women. There's a lot of pop-ups of thyroid issues that people now had, a lot of pop-ups of you know, adrenal fatigue, all that. And it's because people were going too hard. And one of my favorite studies was basically looked at this. They got sedentary individuals, and the people were tired, and they wanted to lower their fatigue and increase their energy. And they had one group do more so medium to maybe slightly higher intense, and another group do lower intensity when they were just starting out. The lower intensity group better improved their energy and their fatigue. And the medium intensity still did, but it was interesting to see, and it was surprising to researchers that, oh, wow, the lower intensity actually for this sedentary group made them feel better. So that's how you start to look at kind of the progressive ramp up instead of the always aggressive shocks. And you could utilize those aggressive shocks at the right time, but if you do it too much, even if at the end of the day, like, it's going to rear its head in a negative way. It'll catch up with you.
And then just like other ones where it's just like, okay, like sweating all the time. And the nice thing about Victoria's Secret mono workouts is like most of them I could do it and not sweat. And it's nice because I'm very busy. And so, first of all, I don't like to sweat. But like, I don't mind sweating if I'm dancing or whatever, but it's just like I'm very busy. So when I sweat, you know, you gotta go shower, you gotta get ready and everything, and that takes up time. And I'm very, very busy. You don't understand how busy I am. It's like having to go shower and like change and everything. Like I shower every day, don't worry. But it's just like if I can kind of save some time by like doing a workout where I don't get all sweaty, that'd be really cool. So that's the good thing about these Victoria's Secret workouts. It's like, especially the Palais Beautiful ones, it's like you don't get sweaty. And you can do it while watching TV, watching a YouTube video. Like, so it's like multitasking and saves me time, and me as a busy person, like I need anything that's gonna save time, like yes, thank you. And then Pilates, that's another really great thing about the Victoria's Secret workouts. It's like they do a lot of Pilates. I hadn't done Pilates and yoga in probably like 8 years because I tried it and I got more into the yoga than the Pilates, like, but I think it has to do with the DVD that I got. It was just kind of boring. ADHD, like, and I just didn't keep up with it. Then when I tried it again, then I found San Loe, the Victoria's Secret model. Well, she's a model and she's done some stuff with Victoria's Secret. Like, that's another good thing about this challenge is like I got to discover her. Sorry if I mispronounced her name. I can't really remember how it's spelled. But she's awesome, and I loved her Pilates workouts. Her Pilates workouts were definitely my favorite, and I'm glad, like, through this challenge I was able to, like, try Pilates again, because now from doing her challenge, her Pilates workouts, like, I enjoy Pilates now. So that's maybe one thing you can take from this. If you try a workout and maybe you don't really like it, think about maybe it could be the trainer, like the instructor, sorry. So maybe try looking for a different instructor. So I didn't do Pilates for 8 years because I got bored from that first DVD, but maybe if I had known about, well, I don't think she was making videos 8 years ago, but now I'm going to start doing it again regularly because of Sin, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I'm sorry, she's super sweet, but I'm definitely going to keep that up. I'm going to keep up the Pilates and the Ballet Beautiful. Especially the Ballet Beautiful is so challenging. That's another cool thing about Ballet Beautiful workouts is like, you don't sweat, but they're still challenging, especially the leg workout, the outer thigh one. I was dying. And I like the instructor, like I like everything about it, how they play classical music. I love classical music. So it was like, this workout was made for me. Like, you don't sweat, classical music, it's like slow pace. Like I need that right now in my life. It's just, maybe because I'm, 37. Probably when you see this, I'll be 37. But I'm just tired of the, like I said, the loud boot camp workouts. Like, I just need to relax, like, de-stress, just slower paced things. And it's nice to find a lot of these workouts that the Victoria's Secret models do. They're more slow paced, but they're so effective. And it's just, like, better for my mental health to just be, like, more relaxed, like Pilates and Sen, I don't know how to pronounce her name. But, like, the way she talks, like, I love her workouts, too. It's just, I love her voice. Like, yes, it's just relaxing. So that's what I need in my life. So that's why I think I'm going to keep up the Ballet Beautiful and the Pilates. because not only was it effective, but it was enjoyable. Like, I actually looked forward to the Victoria's Secret workouts. I'm like, oh, I can't wait for the one I'm going to do today. Especially, when it was a Ballet Beautiful one or a Sen workout, because I liked them as people. So that's the thing. Maybe to try different instructors, because I know there's other Pilates instructors out there. Not that they're bad, but they're not really my vibe. But these two are my vibe. So yeah, one of the biggest benefits from doing this challenge was my posture, especially from the Ballet Beautiful one. It helped my posture, and I have scoliosis, so I've struggled with my posture most of my life, and it didn't really work. But then I noticed after only a few days, not even a week, only a few days of doing Ballet Beautiful workouts, I was just standing better and just naturally, and I felt almost I had surgery. It was just it didn't feel weird. So that is definitely one of the biggest positives from doing this challenge. And I'm not the only one. I actually looked up reviews of Ballet Beautiful DVDs, and other people were saying that in the reviews that their posture was better. So I'm not the only one, but it's weird because I looked up that I was oh, maybe ballet is good for your posture, but apparently actual ballet is not good for your posture. Or I read that women who do ballet, they're more likely to get scoliosis. And I'm just what? I already have scoliosis, so would ballet, because I was maybe I should try taking ballet classes. But then they were saying that if you, ballet dancers have a higher chance of getting scoliosis. So I'm is my scoliosis going to be worse if I take ballet? So I was okay, maybe I'll just stick to the Ballet Beautiful workouts. Because that's been working for my posture. And if you try my playlist, you'll get some Ballet Beautiful workouts there. Yeah. And another thing I loved about Victoria's Secret model workouts is they barely did any squats. I watched this one video from this model talking about how she stays slim or whatever, and she was saying no squats, no burpees, no Russian twists. In case you don't know, Russian twists are these. It's no squats, no lunges, no push-ups, I think. I don't know. Just all those workouts I hate. So I didn't do any of those for a month, and I was very happy because I hate them. I would do squats, I would do burpees, I would do the Russian twists, but Russian twists I did kind of like them. But not having to do them was just awesome because I don't like them. I would make myself do them because I had to, especially during the metabolic renewal workout, we did a lot of those. But knowing that I don't have to do those makes me very happy. I'm this is my type of workout. So that's gonna make me want to keep this going. I'm gonna try it for 2 more months. Most of the other workouts I would do them just because of the benefit of being in shape, but I didn't really look forward to them. I wasn't really excited to do P90X or Taibo or other HIIT workouts. It was just more I just made myself do it. But this, I'm excited to do more Pilates. I'm excited to do more Ballet Beautiful. So you gotta find the one that works out for you. For cardio, I started doing Just Dance workouts, I just watched YouTube videos of Just Dance, and I do them with weights, just light weights. And I've seen other kind of Victoria's Secret model challenges on YouTube where they also try to follow the diet, but part of this challenge was I wanted to see if the workouts would be effective with my diet. My diet is not super clean 100%, but I'm fairly healthy. But there's always room for improvement. But I still wanted to see if it was going to work with my diet. So yeah, it was kind of cool that I still saw some changes in my body from doing this Victoria's Secret workouts without really having to change up my diet, because I feel diet is personal to everyone. It's your lifestyle. It's a lifestyle, right? So you have to eat in a way that's going to work for you. That's one reason why I try to just stick with my diet instead of trying to follow someone else's diet, because that might work for them, but it might not work for me, and in order for you to be able to stick to something, it has to work for you. But I did make some changes in my diet, and I feel that probably helped as well. So one thing I did, because I'm the kind of person who's always trying to improve myself, whether physically or mentally or personality-wise. I've been to therapy a few times, so And I mean, when I say a few times, I mean like with, you know, a few different therapists, because I've moved around a lot, not just a few sessions. So I was kind of taking a look at my diet, and I was like, what can I change? What could I improve here? Because I'm not like, you know, I don't like eat junk food all the time, but I was like, I feel like a big thing I could work on was my coffee intake. Yeah, because I do drink a lot of coffee. It's just, I'm very busy, like I said, and it's just kind of easy. Like, for me, it's not really for the energy, because it doesn't really affect me. I read that people with ADHD, like, not everyone, but for some people, like, caffeine doesn't really have an effect on them. Sometimes it makes them actually sleepy. And that's the case for me a lot of times. Like, I'll have coffee and then I'll be ready to go to sleep. Yeah. So I was like, what can I improve on? I admit, like, I was using very sugary creamer. I do make my own coffee, okay? I don't like go out and buy it every day. First of all, I don't have the time to do that. Also, it's, you know, a money thing. I don't want to be spending money all the time, so I make it from home. So I do drink quite a bit, and I was like, oh, I don't want to give it up because it's something that I do like. So I was like, what can I improve in terms of the coffee? So I was like, I need to work on the creamer. So I finally found one. So in case you're looking, you tend to buy the higher calorie, sugary, very sweet creamers like I did. The one that I found that I liked, that's the thing, you have to find one that you like. First of all, the ones that are like 0 sugar, whatever, I've tried those. I've tried several, and I just don't like the taste. It's just the aftertaste. Like, I felt like it kind of defeated the purpose, because I would have one of those, and then I would like need to have some kind of food, like, to get rid of the aftertaste of the low sugar thing. So it was like, it just made you eat more, because you're trying to get rid of like the artificial sugar taste. So the one I found is a Califia, I think it's Califia almond milk creamer. And that one, I just felt like, first of all, it's like lower calories and like higher nutritional content. It was just better, and it's also almond milk as opposed to dairy milk, and I'm a little bit lactose intolerant, so that was a good thing, because I do prefer almond milk. I don't drink whole milk or regular milk, I guess, except in the creamer. And then also, not only was it just a healthier option, it actually tasted good. That's a thing, it has to actually taste good. So there you go. That's one improvement I made in my diet. So sorry I talked a lot, but I just wanted to explain everything. And if you have any questions, please leave it in the description below. If you are interested about any of the things that I use in terms of my lipstick or my beautiful shirt, which I got from Lulu's. In case you don't know, like, you probably don't know, but most of my clothes I get from Lulu's. So if you watch this channel, most of the clothes I'm going to be wearing are from Lulu's, and they're not paying me. I just genuinely love their stuff. Very good quality. So if you're interested, I'll also link everything in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to follow my social media, you can. I'll post it somewhere here. And thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye. Hello, Editing Me is here about 3 years after that video was filmed, because I filmed it in, I think, December of 2022, and right now it's February of 2026. But I just wanted to see if any of you were interested in doing, Victoria's Secret, 1 month, 30-day challenge with me, because it's been a while since I've done those workouts, just because my life has been crazy and it's been just, yeah, it's hard. But I would love to do that whole month of workouts again, just because I loved it, like I said in the video, and I really love doing the ballet beautiful workouts and the Pilates especially. So it'd be cool to do it with any of you if you want to try it out for a month and see how it goes. You can definitely do it on your own, but if you want like accountability partners, I can maybe set something up, like a Facebook group or whatever, and we can all do it together and cheer each other on. So if you want to see if you can do like a Victoria's Secret 30-day challenge, let me know, and I'll try to do it soon. But yeah, comment, let me know. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, talk to you guys later.